everything actually builds up. So, though the previous episode is the most recent thing, but I'll just go back a little to the second week of October. And a lot happened in the second week of October because, of course, it was Navratri. It was. I was working with the archetypes for 2-3 years now, and I again failed the archetype of Katyayani and Kalratri and Mahakari. Like a long, liberating, decompressing stretch in the spine, because maybe it was easy to relate to Kalrati because of the shadow work, or it was easy to fight the battles because we have always been in the warrior archetype if you were a feminist, but it was difficult to be in the joy frequency. And we did this very expansive movement of heart and hands in the retreat that I attended, and that was, I think, the starting point, the opening in September, and then greater things were supposed to land. So I was supposed to compare a function on 10th October, and there was a little mashup in the sequence, and normally I would have sat with it and I would have been like, oh, why did this happen and how could I do it? The very perfectionist tendencies of doing things. But that's when self-forgiveness came so naturally, and I was like, yes, this is working. Whatever that I did for past 10 months is working, because it's coming really naturally now, because I just know that the moment has passed and I cannot really do anything by worrying about it. And I cannot be embittered. I need to accept what went wrong and I just need to step up. And that awareness is, I think, joy, because doing sometimes is joy, sure. Being sometimes is also joy. You just be and you just relax. It's absolutely not balance of work and life, it's blending of work and life. Things are going to happen parallelly, but also this acknowledgement, being soft when you are called upon to be really hard and harsh and critical, to be able to be soft and to be able to be vulnerable and to be able to be accepting is the pinnacle point of joy for me right now. And that was also the day, in fact, 8th October and 10th October were 2 days when, thanks to this brilliant batch of students that I am blessed with, whose journeys I could witness for a little bit of their lifetime and a fraction of a second probably of their soul time, the enthusiasm that they have as a collective, the bond that they have, close-knit bond that they have as a collective, the openness that they have, the willingness that they have to try out things, because they did gamification twice. They gamified literary theory, they gamified feminism, and now even more, they gamified whole of cultural studies. And there was a group, in fact, there were multiple groups who were doing snakes and ladders and snakes and serpentine and all of that imagery, very Kundalini imagery, but yes. So there was a board game that was designed where you had Derrida and you had Lewis and everybody else, the punishing Lord of Critics and the good Lord of Critics, with all their faces and all the ladders and all the tasks and all the cards. It was wonderful to see them perform and play and enjoy. And that was also very, very in tune with joy frequency. And I think I kind of manifested it to be part, I mean, not what they did, but that I could be part of witnessing of this sort of an assessment, unconventional but very, very deep moment, because these are the moments when I feel I know the why. Because why am I teaching theory? Why have I decided to play the devil's advocate and pick papers which are partly, some of them were given to me, some of them I picked, uh, of doing the difficult task, and as is my tendency. But that evolution as a teacher, that clarity as a teacher, how do I teach and how do I go about doing it? And another, like the same batch which gamified things on 8th October goes and uses concept mapping for three challenging names in literary theory: Ferdinand de Saussure, Roland Barthes, and Michel Foucault. And they do a brilliant job in their own capacities. And I very spontaneously use the board to interconnect. I didn't even know how these prompts are going to interconnect, but it was so clear in a very visual manner, uh, to see it right there on board and to see people see the connections. Because I have firstly witnessed in various realms how your vision alters, and the moment when you discover a new vision is, I think, the moment when joy arrives. That's some of the best moments of seeing the world in different ways, in new lenses, through new eyes. And that reinventing is joy, that answering is joy, that recalibration, that freedom to constantly change is joy. And because I had this very strong support system in form of my students, their oneness, their comfort level, their willingness to up level and innovate and receive helped me up level my game in multiple ways. And their courage to dream also, I could tap into it and I could dream this big and utilize different modalities and see concrete results in the visual connections. So the passion and the results, uh, the doing and the seeing, undoing the blocks, uh, my personal blocks, through, I think, somatics and energetics and all these alternate explorations help me grow in my mainstream work, which is of course teaching. And so the symposium that I was comparing, one of the delegates there said a lot of our time as teachers goes in documenting things, but we need to make space uh, to do what we love, to do what we like, and to do what we are passionate about. And I think that was important for me in the second week of October, to be doing this as a joy practice.